AMC jumped what? 17% today. It's actually 1774%, which is good, which is huge. On my latest video on this, what I posted yesterday, following the news that we're going to talk about in a minute, in a second, actually, I mentioned that we will definitely be seeing, an uptrend from AMC following the news. So 17%, actually more than 70%. This is really, really good, guys. Volume is getting back. Volume is definitely getting back, which is also good because whenever you have volume, you can expect to have a lot of volatility from the uptrend to the downtrend, depending on the sentiment on the stock. So the fact that we have volume coming back and we have news, this is really interesting for AMC stock, especially on the coming days as we are 2 days today, 23rd, yeah, 2 days before February 25th. Also made a video on how the earnings on AMC will impact the stock price moving ahead. So guys, if you haven't watched that video, I really recommend you to go click here and do watch it, guys. It's really interesting. All right, jumping into the news behind the actual jump. Okay, so as you may be aware, New York City or New York State decided to reopen movie theaters. AMC commented yesterday, and I mentioned that on my video, that it's actually something good because even though it is restricted at 25% capacity, they will still see this as an uptrend, as a good thing, as even though you can be, it will be limited to 50 people per screen, so it's not enough to bring back all the revenue or the big portion of revenues that AMC lost for 2020. And I think that's already be priced into the stock price because they are expecting a huge loss of minus 1,000% for the whole the quarter, and even something similar for the year. So the fact that Governor Cuomo, the New York State governor, was one of the really toughest in terms of restrictions. I mean, when it came to protecting people from COVID exposure, New York was really one of the few states in the U.S. that was really tough on the lockdowns. So the fact that they are willing to reopen movie theaters, it means there is a glimpse of hope for New Yorkers, to get a sense of normalcy back to their personal life. Now, again, it won't mean that all the revenues will be back for AMC because it's still restricted to 25% capacity and not more than 50 people per screen. But this is good because if New York is opening up, just imagine what it will look like for other states across the country, especially those like Texas, California, or Florida, not California, Florida, that were not as tough in terms of lockdowns as New York. So this is actually the reason behind the move that I mentioned in my video yesterday. But it's interesting to see also, guys, that we have Johnson & Johnson that it's saying now that they can provide 20 million vaccine doses by late March. This is exceptional. This is very, very good news. Why? Because we have Pfizer, we have Moderna, and I don't remember exactly which one between the two is actually 2 doses, but the fact that we have another, vaccine provider into the play and is willing, or has capacity to, provide vaccines to 20 million Americans by late March. This is huge, guys. This is huge. The more vaccines we have, the quicker we can get this pandemic behind us, and the quicker we can get a sense of normalcy back to our lives. So now we are February 23rd. Okay, so we are not that, well, let's say we are 4 or 5 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks from late March. So this is definitely bullish because if people are getting vaccinated, not only the people with priority, so the old people, the people working on healthcare, if people outside of these two groups, can also get vaccinated, this is something definitely good because the more vaccinated, as I mentioned, the easiest it will be for states and authorities, local authorities, to reallow people to go out, and spend the money they have been saving in 2020. Keep in mind that 2020 is the year where Americans have been saving as much money as possible. We are currently sitting on $11 trillion. It has never happened, never before. So people have money to spend when the stimulus checks will be, getting out. I think if everything goes well with Congress and the House and the Senate, so late March also. So coinciding with this date, definitely we'll have more people going out to shop, going out to travel, going out to movies, going out to eat. You know, everyone is just taking this, pandemic thing. I mean, personally, some people are, say, hey, let me live my life, because it's my right to do whatever I want to do. But some people are more, cautious, and they won't even go out within restaurants. They won't even, go to groceries. They will use curbside, or they will use Instacart, to get delivered. So this is definitely good for, stocks that was beaten down, like AMC. This is good for stocks, industrials. This is good for stocks in oil. This is good for stocks, retail, and all of those that are really, beaten down in 2020. And that's why I'm bullish on those sectors. Now, to end this video, guys, I want to share with you this website that I got actually from one YouTuber that posted a video not far, actually earlier, on AMC, and he brought this to our attention. So I'm also bringing this to your attention because I think it's very interesting. Now, it's called pretiming.com, and it's supposed to give, a 10 days, 10 weeks forecast for the stock market. So right now we are using AMC as an example. So AMC stock forecast for the next 10 days by pre-timing. First of all, guys, this is the first time I'm using this. It's the first time I'm putting my eyes in front of this thing. I don't know exactly what is the logic behind it. I don't know exactly what is the algorithm or the parameters behind it. It might be based off of technical analysis. It might also be based off of, fundamental analysis, but it might be a mix of the two. I don't know. So that's why I want you to take this with a grain of salt. But the interesting thing is, when you input the ticker of the stock you are looking at, it gives you the price, or the price range where we are currently here. So AMC closed today around 770. This is back when we were hitting that 20 in a couple of weeks ago with the short squeeze thing. And then it's predicting that in 10 days will be around, so this is 10, this is 15, so 1, 2, $12 will be around $12. How exact this tool is, I have no idea. Now, let's try other stocks. Let's try Apple, that I'm very, very bullish, and I'm heavily invested in Apple, currently owning 500 shares, which I bought here when prior to when they released their earnings. So I'm really screwed up on I'm being hammered on Apple right now. So this is not good for me, guys. This is not good for me because this pretiming.com is predicting 115, which is not shocking me because I've been seeing 110 on other, professional websites that do equity research. So it seems like this is kind of actually not wrong. Let's try Tesla. I don't own Tesla, but Tesla has been lately, as the whole technology sectors, being beaten down heavily because they were the 2020 winners. $600. Phew. This is huge. Whew. This is huge. All right, let's try another stock that I currently own in the oil sector, Callon Petroleum. So Callon Petroleum closed today around 24.46. 30. Not wrong. I mean, it doesn't shock me because I'm predicting also $30 as well. Okay, let's try another one. Devon Energy. Nope, it doesn't have Devon Energy. Let's try Carnival Cruise Lines. Okay, Carnival Cruise Lines. 30, 31. I mean, it doesn't shock me. So it seems to be on the right direction. It seems to be something that can hold the line. But again, guys, take it with really a grain of salt. So back to AMC, I thought this is interesting to share with you guys because it means this is in line with the news that we just shared, and which is behind the jump of volume and on the share price of AMC and other stocks on oil, on retail, on entertainment, entertaining, hotels, airlines, etc., because we are currently into a recovery, so the tech industry or the tech sector is now pulling back because people, institutional and day traders are pulling money out of that sector and then putting into, those sectors that are poised to have huge gains as we, get more and more into the recovery in 2021. So I thought it would be interesting to share that with you guys. All right, guys, I'm still holding my shares of AMC. I don't think this will be the result of a squeeze, because trying to predict the short squeeze is like trying to predict, trying to be God. You're trying to play God. Again, as I mentioned many times on my channel, I don't care how expert you are. I don't care how years of experience you hold. I don't care what system you use. I don't care what technology you use. You cannot just time or predict the market, because you can predict the future. So that being said, I still think we can hit $10. I made that video. If you haven't watched it, guys, please go ahead and do. I still think we can hit 10. This pre-timing, it seems to be around 12 in the next 10 days. But again, we will see how interesting the February earnings on February 25th will be for the stock, and especially the guidance for this year as well. So definitely I'm bullish on AMC, but by no means I want you to guys to influence your your decision, because we are at a different financial situation. We are on a different investment strategy in terms of short term, long term, medium term, whatever. So this is what I'm doing, and I would like you to give me in the comment section what you guys are doing. Do you still think this has potential to short squeeze and hit that $20, or even that $15, or even that $12 based off of what we saw on pre-timing? So let me know, guys, in the comment section. That's everything I had for you. If you like the video, thumbs up, and then I will see you in the next